The Psychotic Time Wasters present Whose League Is It Anyways? This season starring... He's thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Guess right, we die first. It's PTW Wiz as Cyclonus. Can she keep the humans? Pretty please Optimus. She'll take good care of it. It's PTW Dust as Goldbug. Motorcycle that transforms? Okay. It's PTW Bo as Claymore. Tank beats Ghost. Tank beats Hunter. Tank beats everything. It's Final as Megatron. He's seen what you've done with RC Internet, and he's very disappointed in you. It's Aestus as RC. No need to panic at his disco. It's King Craig as Ratchet. Prepare to feel the sting of the mighty monarch! It's PTW King as Starscream. He's a loose cannon bot who doesn't play by the rules. It's PTW G-Man as Slicer.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Whose League Is It Anyways? The best Commander League game show on the internet where everything is made up and the points are the only thing that matters. It's Season 7, Match 5, and in this match we have PTW King, Aestus Attorney, and Daphios. How are we doing?
Woo!
Ready to rumble.
Ready to finally win one.
No.
He's pointing
We'll see
the
about
bat.
that.
Well, if you're new around here, we build decks every season to different restrictions, and this season is the Transformer Commanders, so we got a battle of the Transformers, Decepticons, and Autobots, and whatnot. Well, that's enough about the rules. Let's get on over to Point Master Vo for them points. How are we looking going into Season 7, Match 5?
Well, we got Vo squeaking back in the first with 32. We got Wiz at second with 31 and a half. We got a tie at third between Craig and Daff with 30. Then we got Aestus with 25 and a half. G-Man with 24 and a half. Vinyl with 22 and a half. And coming up the rear, it's King with 22.
Whoop-a-doo! Well, it looks like everybody's got their 7, and nobody has any pre-game trash talking or deck talking or anything they want to do like that.
You're gonna
I'm
lose!
here for you to lie on emissions tests, but not to your face about my game actions.
I will draw. And I will play a swamp, and then I will tap the swamp. And we will play Wayfarer's Bauble and pass.
Oh, he's off to the
Draw a
races.
card. I'll play a Plains, and tap that Plains. Play an Archbound Worker, and I will pass turn.
Draw. I'm going to play this Emergence Zone as land for turn and tap it for a Signal Pest and pass turn.
Man, 3 turn 1 plays in a row.
Right?
Come on, keep it up, Craig.
Draw. I mean, I've got a turn 1 play, but no one wants to see it, so instead I'm going to play a tap land. That's the Jury Shelter and pass.
Untap and draw. We will play, surprise, a swamp. Think about it for a quick second. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just tap the 2 swamp and tap the Wayfarer's Bauble. Sacrifice it, search library for a basic land, put it on tapped. It's going to be a swamp, no surprise. I'm going to pass.
I'll draw. I'll play this here mountain. Tap a Plains and a mountain. Play race car.
Boom, boom!
I'll pass turn.
Untap, draw. I'm going to play this Azorius Chancery. I'll put Emergence Zone in my hand. And
Okay,
I'll
you-
pass turn.
Untap, draw. Play planes. Tap 2 for the backside of this commander. Or cast it for it's more than meets the icons, which however you'd like to say that. And now pass turn.
Untap and draw. Magic is so easy. We're going to play a swamp. We're going
Magic is
to
not
tap 3, Altar of the Pantheon. Devotion is increased by 1, and I can tap for a mana and gain a life if I have a god, demigod, or legendary enchantment. We will then tap 2 Mask of Memory. Let's equip to a creature. I'd be able to draw 2 cards if it did damage. Equip cost 1, pass turn.
I will draw, untap these. I'll play a plains. Tap a plains and a mountain. We'll enchant RC with a Ring of Sustenance, which will flip RC and give it a +1/+1 counter. And I will draw a card. Now pass turn.
I'll draw, play this command tower for turn. I'll tap for 2 for Michiko's Reign of Truth, giving Signal Pest +2/+2 until end of turn for each artifact. Or +1/+1, but it's 2. I will go to combat and swing at Kink for 2.
I'll take 2.
And then I'll pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Oh, Magic is not easy. You lied to me. I'm going to tap 2 for a Daxos Blessed by the Sun. And then I'm going to pass.
Untap. Draw. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3 for a Commander Sphere. Taps for any color. Second to draw a card. We all know. And then we are going to tap 3 to More Than Meets the Eye. Starscream, Seeker Leader. Flying Menace, Haste, and deals combat damage to a player, makes them the Monarch. And when I become the Monarch, he will transform. So, go to combat. I'm sad that Daff took the first blood already.
As punishment for that, Daphios, you will take my damage!
He's back!
I'll take 2 and become the Monarch.
Pass turn!
Queen me?
I'm going to play a mountain. Tap 1 and a red. To play Great Sword of Tyr. I'll equip the Great Sword of Tyr to RC. I'll swing at Kink with RC. Because she attacks, she gets a +1/+1 counter.
Taking 4.
Now gain 4 life. Now pass turn.
Alright, I'll untap. Draw. Michiko's will go to 2. And I'll choose the Signal Pest again. I will play Study Hall. Then I will tap all my manas for Goldbug. We'll do it for the front. And I will scry 1 from the Study Hall. I'm going to leave that on top. Well, no, we're going to bottom that. I changed my mind. And then going to go to combat and swinging a 2/3 at Aestus.
I'll block it with the Arcbound Worker.
Cool. Then I will pass turn.
It will die. It will put its +1/+1 counter on RC.
Untap. Draw. Tap 2. I'm going to play Eco Wellspring. I'm going to draw a card. Oh my god, it's a Plains. I'm going to play a Plains. Oh my god, my life is saved. Legit, let's go get that Monarch.
Hey, I'll let you come over if you hit me with a little bit.
I'm only going to swing at you with my one commander for lifelink.
Sounds good. Come right over.
Yeah, 3/1 commander. I mean, Pink's going to swing at me for a cost anyway, so.
Hey, it's your choice.
Yeah,
I will not block. Take 1.
I'll gain 1 life. I'll gain the Monarch. Only end of turn and draw for the Monarch. And Kink, it will be your turn. And then, oh shoot, I have 8. And Monarch is before end step. So I will put this Burnished Heart into my grave.
I will untap and draw. Tap 1 to equip Mask of Memory to Starscream. 3, Morbid Opportunist. Whenever 1 or more other creatures die, I draw a card. Only once each turn, though. We will tap 1 for a Nihil Spellbomb. I can sacrifice it to exile all cards from someone's graveyard, and when it's put in the graveyard, I can pay a swamp, and if I do draw a card, we will then go to combat. Craig has the Monarch, and that is what I want to be.
Flying blockers, Craig?
None. There are no flying buckers.
Then you will
Yeah, I
take
figured-
my wrath!
I will swing Starscream at you. It's 2.
It's a
Yeah.
2. I'll take the 2.
I become the Monarch. Starscream will convert, trigger the Mask of Memory, so I'll draw 2. That will trigger Starscream, so we will have Aces lose 4. Discard Underworld Hermit. Swamp. Pass turn, draw for the Monarch, and we will do 2 damage to Aces again, since he's still most life. Pass and turn.
Draw a card, play Mountain for turn, tap 3, play an Arcbound Shikari, which will put a +1/+1 counter on RC. Now we'll swing RC at Kink. Because RC attacks, she will get a +1/+1 counter. I'll tap your Morbid Opportunist.
Take 7.
And then I'll pass turn.
Tap and drop. I'm going to play this island as land for turn. And I will tap it to cast a Delver of Secrets. Oh yeah, this flips. And this is currently a 1, 2, 3, 3. Hey Craig, you want to draw some cards?
How many cards we talking?
Hey.
How about a Love Song of Night and Day? 2 cards for me and you.
Yeah. I'll happily draw 2 cards.
Sounds good. And Goldbug will flip.
Thank you.
You got it, buddy.
Stop
Oh,
making
God.
me put stuff in my graveyard. Kink is gonna
And-
destroy it.
And I'm going to cast a Banalish
I ain't
Hero.
worried about you. I'm getting beat up by a robot lady.
I'm going to go to combat. Hey Craig, can I hit you for 0?
I will not block the signal post.
Alright, sick.
That is your payment, though.
Well, I just gave you 2 cards for free.
Yeah, I know. That's the deal.
Okay, sounds good. Alright. Aestus, you have a 4/3 and a 4/4 coming at you. Or a 5/4 coming at you.
I'll just block the commander damage with the Arcbound Shikari. And then I'll take, what was it, 5?
Yes.
Shikari will die and put its 2 +1/+1 counters onto RC.
I will pass my turn to the Craigery.
Untap. Draw. Play a plane. I'm going to pay 4. Rusted Slasher is here. I'll gain the life. I will go to combat. I'll swing my commander at Aestus for 1. Before the damage step. Before, when you declare no blockers, I will sacrifice the equal wellspring. This regenerates the Rusted Slasher. I'll draw a card. If I get flipped before it hits you, because I sacrificed the thing, then when it hits you for 2, I'll then gain 2 life, which means I can reanimate this Rusted Slasher, because I will have gained 3 life total. Not Rusted Slasher, Burnished Heart. Jesus Christ, say the right words. Because I'll have gained 3 life this turn, and then I'll gain another life for a creature entering the battlefield. And then I'll go to my end step, add a planes into the graveyard. Then I'll pass the turn.
Untap, draw. Starscream is living metal on my turn, so you can have the mask. So I'm going to equip him with the mask. Go to combat.
Oh, no.
Daft, do you have
Hey,
flying blockers?
Don't at the moment.
Well then, here comes Starscream. To
Yeah, come right over.
Damage. Get the Monarch. Starscream flips. Draw 2 cards. We will deal 4 damage to Craig. Swamp for turn. 3 for Cryptolith Fragment. Enters tapped, add a mana of any color, and each player loses the life. And at the beginning of my upkeep, if each player has 10 or less life, I can transform it. I think that'll be me. Pass turn.
Draw a card. I will tap 4 to play Zada the Hedron Collider. Hedron Grinder. We'll take a swing at Daphios. These +1/+1 counters will go up by 1. And so the grand total we have here is a 10-10.
We're blocked with Delver of Secrets,
I
right?
gained 10. That's my turn.
Untap, draw, and I will create a 1/1 bird from my saga. I'm going to play this Emergent Zone as land for turn. Do 1, 2, 3, 4 for a Thraben Watcher. Other non-token creatures you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. Very cool. I'm going to pay 1 for an Infiltration Lens, and Goldbug will flip. And then I will pay 1 to equip the infiltration lens onto Portrait of Michiko. Then I will go to combat. I will announce Goldbug and Banalish Hero are in a band. We have Signal Pest swinging at Kink. Banalish Hero band going at Aestus along with Portrait of Michiko.
Well, I'll block with Morbid Opportunist.
It's not what I wanted to use this to do, but I will. I will tap a white. I'll use that to play a Light of Hope, which I will use to destroy the Michiko. So it's 8 damage, 5 of which is Commander. I'll take that.
Pass turn.
Draw. Player planes. I'm going to swing Rusted Slasher and Ratchet at you, Aestus. Rusted Slasher is a 4-1 with attack ability and regenerate. And Ratchet is a 1-4. You take 5, yeah, take 5. I will pay 3 in my second main. And I'll sacrifice this Burnished Heart. I'll go do that trigger in a second. But the important bit is that that sacrifice flips Ratchet into being a creature. There was also a life gain from the sacrifice from Daxos, because whenever a creature leaves, and then I'll gain that life after the conversion. And I'll have 2 life gained. The second life gained, I will return Ratchet to his vehicle form and reanimate an Eco Wellspring. And I'll draw a card. Then I will pay 2 and play a Patchwork Automaton. And I will gain a life with Daxos. I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Swamp. We will tap Cryptolith Fragment for a black. Everybody lose a life. 5 total. Marshmist Titan. He costed less because I had Devotion to black. I'll tap 1. Dark Ritual. And 3 Swamps. Use those 3 Swamps to cast Gruesome Ritual. We are going to draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. When I draw 2 cards, we are going to have Craig lose 4 life. Go to combat. Swing 2 from Starscream. Hey, you, Craig.
Taking it.
We'll draw 2 from the Mask of Memory, and we will have Aestus lose 4. I'm going to tap 3. Fell Stinger. When Fell Stinger enters the battlefield, it exploits. It's going to exploit Marshmist Titan. And when it exploits a creature, target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. That's going to be me.
I see. No help of player points here.
Nope. We are going to do 4 damage to Gregory. Also, Morbid Opportunist, whenever my Marshmist Titan died, I'll draw a card. And we'll do 2 more points to Gregory. Bring him down to 30. I think that's going to be it for me. We're going to pass turn. I got 9 cards in hand. I got to discard 2, a swamp, a swamp. Pass turn.
Alright, draw a card. That's perfect. I'm going to tap a white and a red. I'll use that to play an Arcbound Slith.
I also, at the end of turn, will draw for the Monarch and make Craig lose 2 more life.
We'll get one of those. I'm going to tap a Plains and a Mountain, and I'm going to target Zada the Hedron Grinder with Shelter, giving it protection from white, which will then go to Arcbound Slith and give 8 protection from white, and then we'll go to RC and give 8 protection from white, and I will draw 3 cards. And then I will tap a red and a white, and I will target Zada the Hedron Collider with Fist of Flame. And I will target Zada first, Arcbound Slith second, and RC third, drawing 3 more cards, giving everything +6/+0 and trample.
Oh my fuck.
Ooh-wee, proceed.
Kink, that was a very bad question to ask while he did that. Ooh-wee.
It had to be asked.
I got a 16-10 first strike with trample and a 9-9 with trample. I will tap the... I'm going to save myself 8 different headaches and just tap the Banding Commander. I'm attacking Dafios.
Cool. Taking 25.
Jesus.
I gain 16 hit points, and then I pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Play planes is land per turn. And this goes to 3. So this goes away. I put 1 counter on up to 2 creatures. I'll put 1 on Thraben Watcher, 1 on my commander. I'm gonna go to combat. Craig, can I hit you for 1 damage?
Yeah, this is fine.
I have Signal Pest coming at Craig. Goldbug is going at Aestus, and Banalish Hero is going at Kink. Oh, and Thraben Watcher is going at Kink as well.
We are going to tap a swamp. We are going to defile the flying. Target
Okay.
creature gets -1/-1 for my swamps. I have 7.
I have a response.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 1 and crack my emergence zone. And I will pay 3 to flash in a Curator's Ward, giving it hexproof.
Oh my god. Well, I guess that tracks. I am going to have to take the flying,
Hold
but
on.
I'm going to block your other creature with my Fellstinger.
Yeah, I'll block it with the Arcbound Sliff then.
Morbid Opportunist trigger. I'll draw a card and do 2 damage to Ace just because he's at 43 life again. And then Fellstinger will die. I take 4.
And
Starscream
do you
will
know
flip. Mask will fall
Hey.
off. Daff is Monarch.
Post combat main, I will tap these 3 and 2 white to convoke a Conclave Phalanx. When it enters the battlefield, I gain 1 life for each creature I control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not dead yet. Pass turn.
In
And
your end
draw.
step, well, before your end step, I'm going to sacrifice the 8-core Wellspring, draw a card, flip my commander.
Flip my commander, because that's second spell I've cast this turn.
Draw for turn. Untap. Player planes. Tap 3 for a Orasker Relic. Ah, the Thieves' Blessing. Lovely. I'm going to attempt to get you DMCA'd by drawing a very copyrighted palace.
Well, that's not very nice.
But before that, I'm going to pay 5 and play a Shattered Angel. That's going to gain me a life. Then I'm going to sacrifice this Patriarch Automaton, which will also gain me a life.
Creature died this turn, which is different than the other turn. Morbid Opportunist, I will draw.
I'm going to flip my commander and reanimate the E-Core Wellspring. Well, not reanimate, but bring it back to play. Tap the Eraska Relic. It's going to sacrifice as part of the cost. That is going to put its trigger on, and then Ratchet's Convert trigger onto the stack. Ratchet Convert trigger will go off first. Then I'm going to gain 3 life and draw a card. And with the gain life trigger, I'm going to flip my commander back and bring the Eraska Relic back to play. And Ratchet goes back to being a vehicle. It's happening. It's flipping crazy.
Ratchet's just over there like a fucking rotating top or a Rubik's Cube, just
Sorry.
Ratchet is the unset crank cards.
I am the alpha. I have the highest life tail. Asus. Take 2. Even though I don't actually have the highest life tail yet. That will be me passing, yeah.
We will untap. Draw. Swamp for turn.
Did you play a land, Kink?
I
'Cause I
did
need
just
to
now.
Beautiful. I'm going to get 3 life.
Oh my god. We're not going to make that mistake again. We're going to tap 1. And we're going to equip the Mask of Memory to Starscream.
I'll let you hit me if you don't hit me with the draw triggers.
What do you mean? Oh, the
your
Starscream
whole
draw
turn.
triggers? Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to. And also, I'm going to hit you as Menace.
You're right.
We're going to tap Cryptolith Fragment so everybody loses a life. And we're going to tap all those for black, and we're going to Heroes Downfall that Shattered Angel.
Hate you.
That had to be done. Daff takes 2. Starscream will flip. Mask of Memory trigger. Draw 2. 4 damage going to Asus. Daff, would you like to draw some cards? It's going to cost you a little bit of life, but you mentioned earlier you wanted to draw some cards, and I'd like some help with player points.
You're gonna die anyway.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to, I can offer it to others, you know.
No, I'm good for it. I'm good for it.
Well, actually, you know what? Trust me, you don't want to draw these cards. You're going to draw some cards later. Craig,
Okay.
Aestus, do you want to draw some cards?
I have a question as to what the payment would be.
Not anything extravagant. You have options. You can either pay 2 life or you can pay 3 life.
I will draw. I always want more cards.
Oh, Aestus doesn't care what the cost is. He
I
just wants the
cannot care what
cards.
cost.
Well,
I must have options.
Do you want 2 cards or 3 cards?
2 cards for 2 life or 3 cards for 3?
Yes.
I will take 3 cards for 3 life.
Alright. I'm going to tap. I'm taking back your choice. You're getting 2 cards.
Damn, why?
They cost the same amount of mana.
Fine.
I apologize that I misled you.
Give a man a choice.
Right? You are going...
You want this one? Well, no.
Blood Pact. Draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Helpful player points, please. Okay, we're going to tap
Body.
1 for Okiba Reckoner Raid. Each opponent loses a life and I gain a life.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
And then we're going to sacrifice the Nihil Spellbomb. Then we're going to exile Craig's Graveyard.
My graveyard is gone.
And we're going to tap a swamp to draw a card. And we are going to do 2 damage to Gregory.
I will take the 2 damage, and in response to the trigger, I will tap the Eraska Relic. And I'll do the same trick, where Ratchet flip in response to the sacrifice, then I gain the 3 life. The 3 life trigger, I will then reanimate the Eraska Relic with it flipping back. And I'll take 2 damage to Lonegay 1.
We'll then move to pass turn, and I will have to discard 1, discarding a Swamp. Monarch triggers. Draw another. We'll do 2 more damage to Craig. And I will discard. We're going to discard Black Bloom Rogue. And pass.
Draw a card.
This game was brought to you by the sentence, I'll deal 2 to Craig.
I'll play Plains for turn.
Be
I'll
my
tap
city's blessing
1
king.
to play a Sparring Construct. 1 to play a Skull Clamp. Tap a Plains to attach the Skull Clamp to a Sparring Construct, which will kill it. We'll draw a card and put a +1/+1 counter on RC. I'll tap 1 and 1. And I'll play Psychotic Fury on RC. She gains double strike and I draw a card. I will swing at Kink with a 12/12, which becomes a 13/13 double strike. It will tap your dude for a blocker. Do you have a response?
I sure as heck do. Response, I will tap 2 to Infernal Grasp RC. Destroy target creature and I lose 2 life.
I'm going to tap this here Plains and I'm ephemerate it. But before it does go to ephemerate, I will tap this red. I will take all these +1/+1 counters I'm going to lose anyway, and I will use them to snipe the ever-living fuck out of Starscream. She goes out of play, comes back into play. This Rune of Sustenance, I think, goes away. A sort of tier becomes unequipped. You come back.
Where were we at? Before you go do your end step, I'm going to do the same thing with your Eraska Relic. Gain 3 life. Do the
Oh
loot.
my god. I would return. I'm going to pay 1 to Study Hall to equip Infiltration Lens to Goldbug. I'm going to go to combat. Alright, well, I'm going to combat. Doing Goldbug at Aestus. Doing Signal Pest at Kink. Doing the Phalanx and the Watcher at Craig. Convert trigger. Draw a card. A 4/3 and a 4/5 coming at you, Craig. The 4/3 is flying.
I will declare the Rusted Slasher as a blocker to the one I can on the ground.
Kink has a 1/2.
Taken 1.
I have the Monarchy. Aestus, you have a 6/5 and a 3/2. The 6/5 is the commander.
I take the damage.
What all I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice the Eco Wellspring to regenerate the Rusted Slasher, which when it just bobs him out of combat.
Yeah.
And I'll take the 4 in the air.
And I will pass turn.
And
And
before you
draw
cast it,
at end step.
I'm going to sacrifice the Equal Wellspring. This split my commander. But I'll
Yeah.
do the same thing with the Erratica Relic and gain 3 life and reanimate it. Draw a card for turn. And draw a card for my Erratica Relic as well. I'm playing 2. I'm playing Ajani's Pridemate. I'm going to play a Plains for turn. Pay 3 for a Dungeoneer's Pack, which enters tap. And I'll pay 3 for a cut a deal. Because you know what? Fuck it. I need to draw some more cards. Everyone draw a card, and I will draw a card for each opponent who threw this way. And I'll draw 3 then. When the Ajani's enter the battlefield, Daxos gave me a life. I'll put a counter on him. So we'll just have to pass. I'll discard some cards. Before the end step, I'll do the Eraska trigger, and I'll flip my commander twice again, draw a card. Just add another card to the discard. There'll be 1, 2. There's 4 planes and a return to dust in the graveyard. My 2 counters onto the Ajani's from the 2 life gain things. And I'll pass turn.
Untap.
That'd be
Draw.
like-
Play Swamp. Okeepa Wrecking Array goes off. Everybody lose a life, I gain a life. And then I'll tap Cryptolith Fragment for a mana, so everybody lose a life. So I'll negate my gain a life. 6 total. For Starscream, in airplane mode, we will equip Starscream with Mask of Memory. Go to combat. And you have 2 flyers! Hold on a second. That's news.
Yeah, you want to rethink that? I have Burb.
Burb.
Burb is untapped. I'll let you have it.
No, you can't have it back. That's one of the conditions. I am the monarch.
Then I'll block.
Oh, I don't like this. You're gonna make
Go
me do
one or the other.
something.
Alright, I'll let you have it anyway.
How about this? Look, here's the thing. I need it to be able to do something.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear
So-
you. I let you have it.
And in exchange,
If you don't damage me more.
I'm not gonna damage you with the ability if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, have it. Have it
Okay,
then.
we are friends, Staff, at this stage. 100%. Alright, 2 damage to you from Starscream. I will become the monarch! Mask of Memory goes off. I draw 2 cards, and we are going to have Gregory lose 4 life. We're going to tap 3. And we're going to cast a Dark Deal. Player discards all the cards in their hand and draws that many -1. Aestus, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you plan on killing me?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
16, Gregory.
I'll go to 18. And then I'll do the loop with the Eraska Relic. Gain myself 3. Draw a card.
We'll pass turn.
Draw a card. Planes for turn. I tap 2, play Phalanx Leader. I'm going to tap red. And I will play Crash Through on Zada. Tap 2. To play an Arcbound Prototype. Tap red to play Warlord's Fury. Creatures I control gain first right to end of turn, and I draw a card. Tap 2 to put a Brilliant Halo on RC, giving it +1/+2, and I'll pass turn.
Before you go to your end step, the end of your second main, I'll do the same thing.
Untap. Draw. 2 for a military intelligence. Whenever I attack with 2 or more creatures, I draw a card. I'll pay 1 for a Chaplain of Alms. And this will trigger Goldbug. Flip. I'll go to combat. I will swing Signal Pest.
You want to
Hey,
swing
Craig,
in a
can you
mini?
not kill it?
I will not kill it.
Goldbug going at Aestus. Signal Pest going at Craig. We have the Phalanx and Banalish Hero also going at Aestus. And Draven Watcher as well. So I have 2 attack triggers. Draw 2, flip Goldbug. Essentially, the whole team gets +2 from whatever stats they have.
I'll block the commander with the Phalanx Leader and the band with the Arcbound Prototype. These 2 +1/+1 counters move over to RC.
So 7 damage goes through.
You die.
Now I'll draw 2 from Infiltration Lens trigger. I will go to second main. I'm going to play this Island as land for turn. I will pay 2 for a Diplomatic Escort. I will pass the turn. On my end step,
Fucking exactly, Daphius.
Oh yeah, I have to go to discard. I'll discard a Baton of Morale.
Yeah, I'll do the thing. Do the full loop. I just threw the black pen under the sofa, so I hope that annoys nobody with OCD. Draw for turn. Play planes for turn. Tap 2 for a servo schematic. That will make me a 1/1 servo. When the creature enters the battlefield, I will gain a laugh. For any of you that are tracking, a Johnny is on 6 counters. I will tap 2, and I'll sacrifice the Dungeoneer's pack, which will give me an initiative. The same thing happens with this actually, because it also gains me 3 life. So the same loop effectively happens, but it enters the battlefield tapped, and I have to do it on my turn. Yeah, I will go and get a land from my library. This will gain a counter. I'm going to combat this time. I have a combat. I have something that can hit something. I really feel bad about this, but I have to swing this.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing this at you, Kink, because you just keep hitting me with that trigger. A 9/9 coming at you, Kink.
Block
So
with
if
Morbid Opportunist. We are going to draw a card when Morbid Opportunist dies, and we'll do 2 damage to ace this.
okay, well, at least you learned your lesson.
Yep, lesson learned.
I'll tap 4 and play a Thraben Sentry, and I'll pass turn.
We'll untap.
I will also gain a life from Thraben Sentry entering the battlefield.
Oh my god. This is why I keep doing it to you, Craig. I'm going to draw for turn, and we are going to do 2 damage to ace this. Putting him at 9.
I do.
Swamp. You sacrifice Commander Sphere to draw a card. 2 more to ace this. Tap Cryptolith Fragment. Everybody lose a life. Keep a Reckoner Raid would have flipped Zumi Road Captain. Tap the Altar of the Pantheon as well, and we'll play a Mind Stone. Tap 1. Tap the Mind Stone. Sacrifice it. Draw a card. 2 more to ace this. Go ahead and go to combat. We will swing Starscream in the air at Craig for 2.
I'll take all of the 2, and then I'll do the loop with the
Going
Erastra.
to draw 2 cards, and we will claim those points on Aestus for 4 damage to his face. Main 2. We're going to tap 3,
Do it.
and we're going to put a Johnny's Pride Mate in the Oubliette.
Oh, fuck.
When Oubliette enters the battlefield, target creature phases out until Oubliette leaves the battlefield.
Ugh.
And
That's a
when it
weird removal.
re-enters the battlefield, it will enter tapped. Tap 3. Palaka Predation. Gregory, reveal your hand, and tell me the ones that are mana cost 3 or greater. Well, I mean, tell me all of them.
We have a Static Net, a Blacksmith Skill, a Midshow's Reign of Truth, an Ashnod's Altar, an Ambitious Farmhand, a Howling Golem, a Slagstone Refinery, and 2 Planes. There are only 2 targets. 1 is removal, and 1 makes me mana.
Let's get that removal out of here. That is going to be it for me. I have 9 cards in hand, so I'm going to discard 2 swamps. I will draw from the Monarch right now. 2 damage to Craig. I have to discard another one. I'll discard another swamp. Pass turn.
I will play an Opal Palace as land for turn. I will pay 2 white for Gossamer Chains. I can return it to my hand. Target unblocked creature deals no combat damage this turn. We'll tap 3 for Orzhov Advocist, flipping Goldbug. And then I'm going to go to combat. We're swinging the commander at Craig. We'll swing the rest of the gang at Kink.
Don't you see my open black mana?
I sure do.
You're not afraid?
No.
In response before damage. I am going to tap 2 and do a Reckoner's Bargain.
I'm going to respond to that.
You piece of shit.
I'm going to cast Unwind.
Fine. I die.
You'll pay for this, Autobots!
Goldbug flips. I draw to 2. Alright, and you have a 6/5 coming at you, Craig.
I'll block with my Rusted Slasher and a Servo. And before damage is dealt, I'll sacrifice the Servo to regenerate the Rusted Slasher, which will, do a load of things.
I have a response to that.
In response to the block. I'll declare block.
To the activation of the ability.
Okay, so ability of regenerated Rusted Slasher on the stack.
Yes. I will sacrifice, or I will tap this, pay 1 blue, and discard Sarah's blessing to counter that ability.
I will sacrifice Servo Schematic in response to you casting that to put another version of that ability on the stack.
Cool. It survives. My
it survives.
commander is blocked, and I'll draw 2.
I will create a servo. Ratchet will do
And
the flippy thing. I'll do the Araska Relic bullshit. Everybody's loved so far this game.
Yes, yes, yes.
Also, servo leave a servo left and a servo entered, so 2 gain lives from Daxos. So that's 3 counters to Ajani and a draw card. And Ratchet is now a vehicle again.
Okay. Let's see. Second main, cast a Haunted Cloak. And then pass turn. And draw on the end step.
I'll draw. I'll play a plane.
So I have to discard now. I'll discard this island.
I'm going to tap 2 for Michiko's Reign of Truth. The target will be the Thraven Militia, which will get +7/+7. Tap 3, and I will generous gift. I will target the banding creature with the generous gift. Then I'll swing at you with everything.
Everything?
Everything. You have a 14/14 Ajani's Pride Mate, a 12/11 Trample, Thraven Militia, a 4/1 Rusted Slasher, a 1/4 Ratchet, a 1/1 Servo, and a 2/6 Daxos.
I'm going to announce this bird as a blocker. And then I'm going to tap it. Cast Prismatic Strands. Prevent all damage that sources of the color of your choice would deal this turn. That'd be white. And I'm going to have the bird block the 4/1 artifact. And I will also have the servo blocked by this 2/4. I'll have Chaplain of Alms block the Pride Mate.
I will sacrifice the servo into the Rusted Slasher to regenerate it, which removes it from combat. I'll gain a life from a creature leaving. Charlie gains a life, gains a counter. You take no damage. Tap 3 for a Chalice of Life, and then I will do the Araska Relic loop by sacrificing the Araska Relic. I mean, Ratchet is actually his other side right now because of the servo, but it doesn't matter because I'll do the Araska Relic thing again and gain 3 life and turn him back and reanimate the Araska Relic and draw a card. I'll tap the Chalice of Life and I'll gain a life as well. From those 2 life gain triggers, the Giant's Primate will gain 2 more life. I'll pay 2 and I'll play a Lone Rider. And I'll pass turn.
Untap, draw. I'll
You
play
do
a
you,
plains land for turn. Upkeep trigger. Orzhov Advocist. Would you like to put counters on anything so that you can't attack me with it?
No.
We're gonna put the 2 counters on Signal Pest. I have an initiative trigger. Do the counters. We'll put 2 on the Thraben Watcher. Pay 3 for a Sanctuary Lockdown. 1 for another banding creature. Go into combat. Yeah, we'll swing everything at you. So, humans I control get +1/+1. Thraben Watcher is the highest, but you can't block that. The next highest would be a 5/6. All my humans are +3. So we have 5 here, 4 here, 4 here. And then we have the Beast Boy, a 4/3. And this is a 4/3. The Escort.
I just blocked the biggest thing with the Rusted Slasher. I'll take the 20. Nothing will die with the Rusted Slasher. I'll sacrifice the Dogeneers pack to regenerate it and remove it from combat. Do the thing with the Araska Relic, gain 3 life and draw a card.
Alright, I'll go to end step, draw a card.
At the beginning of the end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, which I did, I will flip the Lone Rider into it that rides as 1. Draw for turn and untap. I will play a plane. Michiko's Reign of Truth trigger will hit the Thraben Militia at the beginning of my upkeep. She gets +6/+6. I'll go straight to combat. I'll swing at you with everything.
In response to combat, pay only 2. Tapping the Chaplain and the Diplomatic Escort to tap down the big trample.
Thraben Militia. I'm going to swing a fat Ajani's Pride Mate, which power toughness is 17/17. A 1/4 Ratchet, a 4/1 Rusted Slasher, a 4/4 it that rides at 1, and a 2/6 Daxos.
I'm going to not block the Pride Mate, but I will activate this so it deals no damage, and I return this to my hand. We'll block the Thraben Watcher. We'll block Daxos with the Advocist, and we'll block Ratchet with Signal Pest, and the 4/1 with my 4/6.
I will pay 1, and I will do Blacksmith skill on it that rises 1. It gives it indestructible.
So it won't die, you'll gain 4, and I take no damage.
Rusted Slasher, eat shit and die. I'm going to gain 6 from Rusted Slasher dying. I'll tap the Chalice of Life in my second main. I'll gain a life. I'll do the thing with the Wrath Relic and gain 3 life, draw a card, and transform it back. I'll pay 3 for a Bereaved Survivor, 4 for a Treasure Keeper. Both of those things will gain me a life. And I'll pay 2 for an Ambitious Farmhand, which will also give me a life. That's your turn.
Play a Plains,
sorry.
land for turn. And I have a trigger for counters. I'm going to give it to the Watcher. 5. I'm going to cast a Strong Arm Monk. Pay 2 for Gossamer Chains. My creatures get +1/+1 until end of turn.
I don't like this.
I will pay 2 for a Metamized Prophecy. My creatures get +2/+2 until end of turn now. I'll scry 2. Or bottom both, actually.
I'm just going to do the loop with the Wrath Relic now and draw a card while I still can.
Okay. And then I'm going to cast Open into Wonder where X equals 0. So all my creatures get +3/+3 until end of turn. So Mary time. I'm swinging everything. You have 36 coming at you.
Wicked.
2 biggest would be Beast Boy and the Conclave Phalanx.
I will block both of those things. What's the next biggest?
That would be any of the 1/1s.
I will block one of those. I'll take
16.
damage.
No trigger.
Treasure Keeper trigger when it dies. Kindly Ancestor. Oh, cast that without paying its mana cost. Woo! And 3 creatures dying. I will gain 3 life. Untap. Draw. And Michiga's Reign of Truth will do the thing. I will tap the Chalice of Life to gain a life. Because because the way the saga works, I'll gain a life from Michigo entering the battlefield. I'll pay 1 for a Lunarch Veteran. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under my control, I gain a life. 3 for a Howling Solar. And I'll gain 2 life. I'll pay 4 for a Slagstone Refinery. Do the Wrath Relic loop thing that I've been doing the entire game, and I'll gain 3 life. I'll do the thing with Ratchet and draw a card. I'm gonna go to combat. 7/7. A 21/21. A 5/4 trample. A 4/4 trample. A 2 something, and a 1/4. Coming at you.
I'm going to use the Gossamer Chains on the Pride Mate, and it's going to go back to my hand, and Pride Mate will do no damage this turn. Michiko, I will block with the Chaplain. Yeah, I'll block the Lifelinker with the Conclave Phalanx. It's a 4/6, and I will block the 5/4 with a 3/6. Block Daxos with Diplomatic Escort, and I believe I will take 1 damage, and the Chaplain will die.
Gain 5. Hit that rides as 1 will die.
Untap. Draw. Great. Choose a card name. Gossamer Chains. I'll play this Plains land for turn. I will pay 5 for Goldbug Converted. More than meets the eye. I will pay 1 to equip it with Haunted Cloak. I will pay 2 to cast Gossamer Chains. All my creatures get +1/+1. And Goldbug Converts. Pay 4 to cast the Wanderer. All my creatures get +2/+2. We're gonna exile the Pride Mate. I'm gonna go to combat. Flip Goldbug. And
Hey.
humans take no damage.
No, I wouldn't do locking. I'll gain 8. Do the loop with your Wrath Relic. Draw a card to turn. Play a Plains. Start class. And pay 4
Oh
immediately
my
to level it.
god, no!
Pay 4 to level it up.
I hate you.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to pay 4 for a Twin Blade Paladin. I'm going to gain 4 life, 1 life twice. The
Sure.
parent class triggers are going to go onto my commander.
Yes.
Actually, no, they're not. They're going to go onto the Thraben Militia with Trample. Twin Blade Paladin triggers are also going to go to stuff. I'm going to do the Araska Relic loop with my commander. I'm going to gain 4 life. Enjoy. I draw a card. I'm going to do the same thing with the trigger, the lifelink onto the trampler. This time I might put a counter on. I just realized I can't attack because of double strike. This puts a counter on itself. I'm going to hit you so hard. I'm going to pay 3 mana for a Filigree Familiar. This is going to get 2 triggers. This is going to get 2 triggers. I'm going to gain 4 life. Go to combat. I'm going to swing everything I can at you again. Everything at you again.
Okay.
When Hal and Gollum attack, both of us will draw a card.
The Trampler's how big now?
It is a 10-9.
Okay, we'll use Gossamer Chains on that one. I'll block Michiko with Diplomatic Escort. I will not block the 1/1, but I will block everything else. Block Ratchet with Thraben Watcher. 5 to the column, 5 to the next one. Daxos is going to be blocked by my commander. So 1 damage.
Okay, 3. This will tick up by 1. This will tick up. Ratchet dies as a lifelink there. This will tick up by 1. This will tick up by 1. 5. Okay, 5. Ratchet dies. Goes to command zone. And Gollum dies. I gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 life from creatures dying. This goes up by 3 to 10. This goes up by 3. Then I'll tap this. Gain life. I'll gain 2 life. Put another counter on him. And then I'll pass the turn to you.
Alright, you draw when you step.
Right. I'm going to have you lose 5 life.
Oh my God.
Can't-
Thank you,
I
Jesus.
can't- What?
This is a trap. The trap is have target player lose 5 life. I forgot about that bit.
Good job.
Oh, thanks. Oh my god.
It's over!
I've never been so happy for someone to remember a trigger. Let's get the number of flips, please.
I have 14.
Oh God.
I have
I
either
have
6 or 7.
32.
Craig is 32, apparently.
Go to the voting, starting with Mr. Kink for the splashiest play.
I have 5 damage from the dungeon trigger right there. Splashy as fuck.
And your 1 point, sir.
I'm going to give it to the curator's ward.
What race is?
I guess splashiest play to actually that trigger on that dungeon actually was pretty fucking clutch. So like that's gotta get the 2. For the 1, I will say I guess I'll give it to Daphios for the first time that all the stupid amounts of damage came by that got reduced down to 1.
I have to give it to Ace this for the turn that almost killed me. And then the 1 to Craig for that last turn.
I will give 2 to the 14 damage wheel to my face, because screw you. The 1 definitely goes to Dathios, but you can pick your turn for the last 3 turns of just preventing a full swing to your face on 6 health. It's some kind of sustainability to do that.
There's 1 chat vote. It's going Aces for the big RC attack. Theme category, starting with Kink.
Wowie woo-wah. We had some good theme plays this game, but I think I'm going to have to give my 2 theme points to the one and only ambulance transforming Rubik's Cube standing in the middle of all the dead bodies and disco balling them back to life. The 1 point is going to have to go to that acrobatic RC. Specifically, I want to point out that ephemerate play. Mwah, that got you the points because I was like, that's perfect. You acrobated out of my infernal grasp.
That the most theme was the hypermedic, just constantly regaining life and reviving creatures and gaining life and reviving creatures. Like I don't think that ambulance stopped once. Like, I don't think it paused long enough to pick up bodies. I think it just got a robo arm and scooped them up and threw them back on the ground again, and just kept on going. 1 point, definitely gonna have to give to Gink because Starscream Monarch nonsense.
I'm gonna give it to Kink. You were certainly the leader. And then the one in the infinite army, the infinite life. You gained so much freaking life.
2 to Kink and 1 to Daff.
Chat is voting for RC.
Damn straight.
Damn straight. Which will take us to the final category of most valuable card for 3 points and 2 points, starting with King.
As much as I don't want to give it to this card, because after this season, I'm going to be petitioning against this card. Gossamer Chains is going to get the 2. I think the 1... I just give it to Craig. I don't know what card was reanimating everything and gaining them all that life.
That's
but that
right.
Shit was
He gives
annoying.
2 points to a Rosca Relic. Perfect.
Yeah, Rosca
Moving
Relic,
on.
yeah.
The card that flipped my commander 30 times.
Seems good. That also means it gained you 45 life under 15 cards. Jesus. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Over to Aestus for the most valuable card.
The most valuable card. I don't remember what it was, but King played that made everybody discard their hand and redraw it.
To be
But,
Dark
like,
Deal.
Dark Deal.
That'd be the one, at least from my perspective, that completely threw off my momentum. I would have had the chance to recover if not for the fact that the cards that I needed were suddenly in the graveyard. So definitely, I'll give it 2 points of that. 1 point, I guess, Gossamer Chains.
I'm gonna give 2 to Cleric class because that's what ended up killing, or pretty much killing me. Either whatever, one of those cards, and then I'll have to give it the Mask of Memory.
I want to give 2 to the Fist. Is it the Fist of Flame?
Yes.
Yes. I want to give 2 to that fucker for literally putting everyone low enough. Well, putting Daff low enough for me to actually kill her in the end. The single point, just give it to the Mask of Memory. Mask of Memory gets a point because that just did so much. Again,
Chat voted for the Orazca Relic.
4th place in this match. It's going to go to Aestus. He got clobbered. 17. Clobbered. 3rd place with 24 points. It's going to go to Daff. 2nd place with 31 points. It's going to go PTW Kink, which means the winner of today's match with 35 points is going to be King Craig.
Like this video and subscribe to the PTW YouTube channel to see more content and find out when our new videos release.
Follow the PTW Twitch channel and subscribe for ad-free viewing.
Don't forget to follow that Facebook and that Twitter to keep up with all the good news.
Be sure to follow us on TikTok, and also don't forget to check out the new merch store. Best way to support the PTW crew and get cool shit at the same time. Thank you all for watching.